Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. I am once again your host, Kruger, but unfortunately there is no Darren being HD with me as he's still away. He won't be returning until episode 12, but we are going to continue on with episode 11. This will be part 3-ish. All we're going to be doing in today's episode is we're going to be building the rest of the space station. Now, on part 2, we launched into space. Part 1, we actually built it. So this part, we're going to build all 4 parts of the space station. And then in part 4, I will do an elapsed video where it will be all of the different parts launching up, connecting on, and I'll just do basically a voiceover general, and I'll show you how to dock. First time docking anything together in this game, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but why don't we get straight into it. So here we go. Start game. Obviously we're going to resume saved. We're going straight onto our default, and we will see how we are getting on. Obviously when we launched on the last episode, or the last part of the episode, it was sitting at around 100,000 kilometers above Earth's Kerbin's atmosphere. So there it is right there. So that's the space debris. That would be the flea engine. Was it the flea? No, it wasn't the flea, because the flea's too small. That would be the main sail. So the equivalent of the main sail is it's a smaller one of that. So that's floating around in space. So we're going to quickly have a look at that so we can just get rid of it, just to make sure that it is the right part that we are getting rid of. Loading times, obviously. So yep, there is the rest. We could technically aim that towards... No, we can't, because it's got no controls whatsoever on it, because all the controls are on there, and that is our space station, or the start of the space station. So we're going to go back to the space center now, or we'll just go straight into the tracking station, as we don't need to go to a space center to do it. And we're just going to terminate it, so we'll get rid of that. Clears out any space junk, and we don't have to worry about it. And there is the Jeb. The Jeb is orbiting Kerbin, and it has a lovely orbit of 100,000 meters. So we're going to head back, leave the tracking station, we're going to head into the VAB, and we are going to create the next parts. So if we go into here, we've already created the main booster rocket, which is going to get us into outer space, and that is already in the sub assembly. So we have that part, so that we've got that there, so we don't have to worry about doing that. It's just basically building each of the components. So the first thing that we are going to want to build is going to be, what do we want? We're going to want solar, aren't we? So the first part we're going to have is solar, so we're going to need some sort of command module. So what one does this give us? This gives us SAS, and that's the OKTO, and the hex gives us prograde and retrograde hold. So we're going to take that one this time, as the other one, the OKTO, only gives us the SAS. It doesn't give us any sort of flight ability. So if we're going for antennas, we're going to need structural, and we're going to go for this one. Probably don't want to place it this way. Docking port is going to have to be underneath. Let's place the docking port just so we are 100% sure. So we're going to flip this around, and it doesn't want to stick straight on there, no. So maybe we can add something to it. Where's the reaction wheels? Possibly if we stick a reaction wheel on, go for the advanced reaction wheel, and then a coupler. There we go. Nope. Yep. Does that want to stay? I've been fiddling around with the PC version of this, and it's a lot easier to control, I'll tell you that much. The movements with the mouse are a lot finer. Is that? That to me looks pretty much spot on. We can use the move tool to bring it out a little bit, which we will actually do. I want to go that way. Which way was that way? So there we go. So that's outside of the reaction wheel. Yeah, I'm happy with that positioning. So we're going to go back onto structural, and we're going to grab our modular girder segment, and these don't weigh too much whatsoever, and we need to kind of center these off onto, that is definitely not center. So we'll try again. How's that looking? Pretty sure that looks, it's a little bit off this side, so if we just move it in a little bit, it is very hard to do with just line of sight. And now we can place it straight on top. There's another one there, another one there. We're going to want this quite high because we haven't unlocked the bigger solar arrays at the moment. So the only ones we've got is we've got quite small ones. Obviously these ones are, you know, they can't be retracted. We're going to go for the larger panels, and I'm thinking 4. We're going to go for 4 of these, and obviously we want it to be a radial of 4. So there's the first. Nope. There's the second. Trying to remember the controls. Right, maybe we won't go for 4. Maybe we haven't got enough for 4. So we'll go for 3. So let's stick that one's there. And I'm going to put this one directly in the middle, because the next thing we need to do is add some RCS controls, just so we've got some control of it whilst it is floating. But we need to find out what the COM is, center of mass. So we're going to go here. So the COM is sitting quite low. And that will obviously just be purely because of the reaction wheel that we've got down there, the hex that we've got down there, and the docking module. So let's have a look. Let's see what else we can use. I normally place the RV105 thruster blocks. I've never placed anywhere linear RCS ports. Is used a little bit more in terms of fuel. So we're going to use these. Do I want to place them on the reaction wheel, or where do we want these to place? I'm not actually going to place them there because the only next problem is you want to place them. You don't want to place them too far away from each other, because then you won't have complete control. So you want to place them equal width apart. That looks good. But the next thing we do need is the balls. The balls of monopropellant fuel. Monopropellant is what I was trying to say. And how does that look? I'm guessing that's just clipping. Yeah, it is clipping a little bit. So maybe we can take those off. COM is almost steady. That to me actually doesn't look too bad. You know, this is our first satellite. It doesn't look too bad whatsoever. The one thing we are going to need is some batteries. Now the reason why obviously we want to take batteries is on the times when it's not inside of the sun's array, we're going to want some sort of power to it. If I stick it on the reaction wheel, is that going to make it spin around? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a radial of 1, and we're literally going to stick it on the very top, because that is quite a large battery. It's got 400 electric charge. That should be plenty enough. So that is our first part. That is the first part to go up onto the space station. Obviously the next thing we need to do onto it is add the sub-assembly. So it's the medium lift rocket. There it is. We attach that to there. Hopefully everything's still sitting inside of the fairing, which it is. And that will be plenty to get us up. So we're going to rename this. Electrics. that saved? Save craft. So all we're going to do now is we're going to completely bin this off, and we're going to make the next part. So the next part will be, do we want to command pod for this one? Yes, why not? Why not? Why don't we go for the command pod? We'll actually send an astronaut up in this one, and then they can dock with it. So that's the command pod. We don't want the lander can because it's not quite big enough. We are going to want, there it is, the Mark 1, no, definitely not the Mark 1 crew cabin because it's too small. Maybe one of these. We'll take 2 of those. How many can they fit? They can fit 4. So this will kind of be like the cabin quarters for the crew. And are we going to want anything else? A launch escape system. Yeah, we'll put that right on the top, and then that can pull it off. Just makes it a little bit more safer, doesn't it? So we're going to have that. We're going to want some illuminators. We don't generally need these, but why not? I'm going to stick only 1 on there, just so it lights up the side of the ladder, because hopefully when we do all of the landings it will all be on the light side of the moon, sorry, of Kerbin, rather than the dark side, just to make things a little bit easier. Just having a quick look to see if we want anything else. It doesn't look like that we're going to need anything else. We could add some more solar panels, but I'm not too worried as we're going to have lots of power up there anyway. So the next thing, once again, we're going to need the RCS thruster blocks, or not the thruster blocks, sorry, the place anywhere. I don't kind of want to place these on the ladders, because obviously they're going to have to climb over them all the time. Obviously the one thing I haven't done is turn on the COM. Oh, that's quite high, isn't it? So we're going to stick these probably there. That looks good to me. But yeah, because when we add the mono propellants, obviously it should bring it down a bit. Yep. So once again, we're gonna go on, grab our medium lift. Pardon me. We're gonna grab our medium lift rocket. Attach that. Aha. Aha. One thing I have completely forgotten to do is, if we are going to dock this, it needs a docking port. And no, I definitely do not want a radial of 8, just a 1 will be fine, thank you. Let's turn it over. And that looks good there. Question. I take it these move, hopefully. Kind of want to bring it out a little bit. Not that much. So let's turn angle snap off, and we shall try that again. Turn angle snap back on. There. Put on the move tool, turn angle snap off. There we go. Just so they're a little bit more out and they're not as skewed. Do the same with these ones here. There we go. Perfect. We have our docking port on the bottom. Obviously we don't need any sort of heat resistant for re-entry because we're not going to be doing anything like that. And once again, that fits inside just about. Just about. So this one is going to be renamed as cabin. Cabin. And then we can save that craft. So far we've got cabin, we've got the electrics, and obviously we previously had the Jeb. Just making sure that we've got enough money for all of this, which is fine. We're on the last 53,000. So I did originally say I was going to do 4. due to the fact that we're actually going to be running out of funds very soon, we're going to stop at 2. We will launch 2, do some more missions when Darren B and HD comes back, and then we will continue adding to the jab. So that's it. Nice and easy, quickly, all done. Thank you very much for once again tuning in. If you have enjoyed this video, I don't know, have you enjoyed it? It's been more instructional rather than our normal mishaps and stuff. So if you like to see more videos on how to build stuff, how to do stuff, let us know in the comments below. But once again, if you haven't liked it, give us that like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you next time. But until then, bye bye for now.